In a small cottage near the woods, there once lived a widow and her son, Jack. They were poor folks and struggled to make a living. Jack's mother sold her things one by one to buy food. First, she sold her silver ring, then the copper kettle, and even the furniture. At the end, they were only left with cow. Jack was a simpleton who was naive and trusted everyone easily.
Look, son, this cow is all we have now to sell. Go to the market and sell it for good money. At least it will bring food for a few days.
Jack cheerfully leads their cow along the dusty road to market. He soon forgot all about his mother's warning to not get cheated. As he skipped along playfully, a strange man appears, stopping Jack on the road and asked,
"Is this cow for sale, young lad?"
What is your offer, sir?
Their conversation ends with the man offering a bag of beans for the cow. The mother was surprised to see the boy back home so soon, only to find 5 beans inside, her joy replaced by disbelief.
You foolish boy, you are no good at all. You have sold the cow for a few useless beans.
She rushed to the window and threw the beans out onto the tiny patch of grass near the cottage.
No dinner again tonight.
Next morning, when Jack woke up, there was a huge shadow over their house. As he leaned out of the window, he could not believe his eyes. In the patch of grass where his mother had thrown the beans, there now stood a huge beanstalk which seemed to touch the sky.
Certainly those beans from the stranger must have been magical.
Jack was curious to see what was at the top of the beanstalk. His frightened mother tried to stop him, but Jack was already halfway up. He climbed some more and paused as he saw a castle shining in the sunlight. He knocked on the huge doors of the castle without the slightest fear. The giant's kind wife let him in. On hearing that he was hungry, she fed him and asked him to run away before her cruel husband returned.
"I can smell kill him."
Jack hid behind the cupboard in fear. The giant opened his sacks of gold coins and began to count them. Then he lay on his giant bed and went to sleep. As his snores grew louder and deeper, Jack crept out of his hiding place. Jack, eyes wide with terror, he grabbed a sack of gold coins before running away. He climbed down hurriedly and handed over the gold to his waiting mother. She was delighted to see her son safe. The next few days, they lived happily with plenty of food. A few days later, Jack went back to the Gaines castle. Suddenly, the Gaint walked in with a roar, and Jack hid under the bed. As the giant looking around, his wife managed to calm him down. The Gaint took out a hen from the basket and set it on the table.
"Lay."
The hen laid a gleaming golden egg. Jack was watching this unusual scene with wide eyes. Jack stole the hen and rushed down to his cottage. His mother was happy at their good fortune, but warned her son not to climb up the beanstalk again. But after a few days, Jack again went back to the Gaines castle. Jack grabbed the harp and began to run away. Suddenly, the magical harp cried,
"Help! Help! I am being stolen, master!"
He ran into his cottage, the magical harp under his arm. He took an axe and began to chop down the beanstalk. The stalk and the vine came crashing down. So did the giant with a loud thud. Jack and his mother exchanged joyous smiles. They lived happily with all the riches.